Following the departure of Mike Waltz from the White House, apparently Donald Trump is getting ready to follow that up with a purge, at least according to a pair of unnamed administration officials. Now, of course, look, everybody knows Donald Trump knows that this could change. I mean, this could change on a dime, on a whim. Okay. But currently, according to those officials, talking to Politico, Trump is planning to do some more firings. In fact, they said that a lot of terminations are now on the table. Oh, fun times.
Fired! Fired!
We're going to hear that a lot more. Here we go. The plan reportedly involves firing staff in a massive wave rather than doing it piecemeal. I guess maybe to overwhelm people? I have no idea. But apparently this starts with mid-level White House staffers. And again, this is right after they kicked Waltz out and sent him to the UN. That enough, or so far was enough, okay? But no, just the start. It's just the start. Why? Well, of course, Signalgate, right? That's one of the reasons, as huge embarrassment to the administration. That said, Trump initially held off on firing Waltz because, well, they didn't want to give the media something to crow about, okay? In fact, a White House ally told Politico at the time that Waltz had been on thin ice for a while. Yes. And that this made the ice thinner, but at the same time, may actually save him for now because they don't want to give Goldberg a scalp. That's Atlantic reporter Jeffrey Goldberg, who was in that Signal chat and when they were discussing an attack on Yemen. So here's the thing. What you have going on here is dumb people that have put other dumb people into very important positions of power. But because they are dumb, they're going to make dumb mistakes. That's right. Dangerous rookie mistakes. All right. Look, instead of hiring competent people, which he should have done in the first place, but obviously it's Donald Trump, so he's not going to, they hire the clowns. And then, of course, when the clowns do something clownish, they can't fire them because, ooh, that might be embarrassing. The media will write a negative story about it, and then we'll look like idiots. Well, you already look like idiots, so I don't know really what you're saving here. Look, you so what's going on with Waltz, by the way, is, well, look, yes, he embarrassed the hell out of us, and he did something really stupid. So what we're going to do is, yes, we are going to fire him, but we're going to call it a promotion. So, wait, a promotion for what? All the good work you did in adding a reporter to a private group chat and showing the American people how little you actually care about national security, how little you know about national security? Hey, you screwed up royally and embarrassed us. Great job. Here's a promotion. Pretty sure that's not what that's about. This is a consolation prize. Okay, this is Bart Simpson with the cake saying, at least you tried. Look, Waltz now has the honor of, by the way, serving the second shortest stint as a national security advisor in White House history, by the way. That's right behind Michael Flynn, who lasted just 3 weeks during the first Trump administration. Yes, it was longer than a Scaramucci, okay, but still, not exactly a fantastic achievement here. And look, I don't know if he'll ever be allowed to hold office again. I would hope not. And you know what? There's actually good news on that, I think. Normal people obviously do not like him. I mean, working for the criminal Trump administration, sucking up to him. Yeah, it's not going to go over well with non-MAGA people. Okay, but what about MAGA people? Well, they don't like him either. he got Loomered. Okay, Laura Loomer out there is apparently making staffing decisions for who gets to be in the Trump White House. And she does not like Mike Waltz. Say, oh, guys, he's not one of us. He's not MAGA. He's neocon. That's what he is. He probably is. But none of these people are good people. There are no picks from Trump that would actually be decently good picks. Okay, they're all terrible. So that said, this guy, MAGA doesn't like him. He got Loomered. Okay. Now, Politico also noted in their report that the guy who should have been fired, that's Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, didn't, simply because he's got more White House support and is harder to fire because you got to replace him, and that would require Senate confirmation. So, yeah. And now, another person familiar with the dynamics of the situation here did say that I know that Pete has a lot more friends in the West Wing than Mike has. So, there it is. Now, the same White House insiders, by the way, were calling Waltz cocky, too big for his britches, and as I mentioned before, a secret neocon. In fact, one person close to both Waltz and Wong, Waltz's deputy, who was also fired, said, the view was, wait, why is he picking secret neocons for these jobs? That's not how this administration is going to work. Which is BS, but that was the view. And that set the stage for vibes of distrust and tension, which of course goes beyond Waltz. In the report, they know that while Trump's second term has so far avoided the level of backstabbing and high churn that defined his first term, great, the planned shakeup, likely beginning with mid-level White House staffers, would signal a dramatic shift shortly after the 100-day mark. In fact, the second official said, a lot of firings are about to happen. Oh, goody, goody. More White House dysfunction. Now, I don't know if I should say this. It might be a little bit controversial, but perhaps dysfunction is exactly what we need more of. And the reason that I am saying this is, from my view, the more dysfunctional they are, the less damage they can do. Now, that they're still going to do damage. There's still going to be a lot of damage. They've already done a lot of damage. We do not need any more damage, but we're going to get it. But I just think that maybe it will be better if there are these, purges that happened during the first Trump administration, and the remaining people start fighting each other for like positions and clout. And I'd rather have that than them actively working together in a cohesive unit to make this country worse. So there you go. There is no situation where we do not come out of this with massive damage, okay? And I don't know about you, but I would rather have these clowns fight each other than have them fight against us. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.